She's like, I want justice. He just took my food. Don't take her food! Rude! Blue Bop is back, baby. Don't have a heart attack quite yet, because I got a hella story coming your way. So, what's good, guys? It's my Blue. Before I get into this, I just want to say I'm really sick, and so my voice sounds horrible. I apologize. So a while ago, I posted a video called My Life Update, and in that video, I told you that I had a horrible hospital experience and that I got a concussion and also got a puppy, and I just posted a video today about that, but anyway, and in that video, I told you that I would be posting a video in the future called The Worst Doctor Ever. Well, here it is. So, I was going to tell you about how I got my concussion and stuff, but for the sake of the video time, I'm not going to tell you that because, you know, the video would be just too long. So, I'm just going to get into the hospital parts, you know. So, you know how you go into a hospital, and we were in Emerge. So, you know how when you go into Emerge, you go to the nurse at the front desk, and you kind of wait, and then you kind of tell the nurse all your stories and stuff so that she can, you know, give the doctor your record or whatever. And so I was just talking to her and I was telling her everything about what happened. And then she puts me in my room and, you know, we're waiting for the doctor to come in. Just, you know, all that stuff. Skip, fast forward. Anyway, so we're in the hospital room and we're kind of waiting for the doctor to come in. And when he does come in, I'm just going to describe this guy before I tell my story. He's, you know, tall, brown eyes, brown hair. He's my idea of Indian. You know, he talked like he was Indian, you know what I mean? So I'm pretty sure he was, you know, and he had brown skin. End story. So he comes in and he asked me, you know, what happened, and I explained to him what happened and stuff like that. And then he asked me, what time did this happen around? And I'm like, you know, I was really drowsy. I just didn't feel very good because, you know, I kind of had a concussion. And so I tell him that I don't really know, you know, there's 7 periods in the school day, and I think it happened around the 5th. I don't know. He asks me again, oh, what time is that around? And I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, okay, well, how am I supposed to know that? Like, I'm sorry, what time is that around? Because I'm homeschooled. Like, I was homeschooled. Like, I don't know. And I was just like, oh my crap. Whoa. I'm okay with him saying that. You know, say whatever you want, whatever floats your boat. But the way he was saying it to me, a person who is ill, a person who doesn't even know this guy, a person who came to this hospital for medical assistance. You're saying it to me like I'm completely stupid and should know that you're homeschooled. He kind of just lets it go and we let it go, and he's testing me and stuff and he's asking me questions. And I didn't know this or realize this, but he was being a complete jerk to my dad the whole time, and I don't know how I didn't realize it. Because he would go to ask a question and the doctor would, and my dad would kind of answer, but then the doctor would cut him off. So then the doctor asked me what kind of medication I take. Because I have ADHD, so I take ADHD medicine. The doctor asks me, so what kind of medication do you take? Vyvanse, you know, because he was supposed to know that. Like, he's literally holding the clipboard with all my paperwork on it. And then he asks me, what kind? Like, Vyvanse. 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 And then he's like, I mean, what dose? I don't know. And then my dad kind of takes over and he's like, 13. And I'm like, 58. And you could tell that the entire time this doctor's kind of getting a little bit irritated, you know? And he starts telling me, you know, I have a concussion and what to do and stuff. And then my dad goes on his phone. And I found out later that my dad went on his phone to text my mom and find out what kind of medication I took, like the dose. And this doctor looks over at my dad and says this. Okay, are you on the phone or are you with me? Like, I'm not going to repeat this. Whoa. And my dad just freezes. And honestly, at that point, this tension between my dad and the doctor was like freaking Remy and Nicki Minaj. Like, who's queen of the rap world? Like, shit was dropping down and I knew it was about to go. Like, they were both about to blow like volcanoes. Okay? So then my dad breaks the silence and he says, are you fucking kidding me? And then I'm just like,
this would be a really good time to use my teleportation powers.
And then this doctor says, well, I mean, are you frustrated? Are you dumb? Yeah, I'm frustrated. First you're being an asshole to her, now you're being an asshole to me. And then I'm just like,
Team Papa Bear.
And then the doctor's like, okay, there is no need to be swearing. The way he was treating this situation was like he was just the guardian angel and just all of a sudden got attacked by my dad for no reason. Like, you know, he was kind of acting like he was like surprised that he was poking the bear and then the bear just woke up and punched him in the face. Okay, he was all surprised, you know. Well, he was all surprised. He was all surprised. So then my dad just goes on and he's kind of, you know, calling this doctor out, getting mad at him. And then this doctor says, he says the line, and, well, maybe you should leave a complaint so that people like me can't go to college and become doctors. Referring to my dad as being racist. Whoa. Then my dad says, you cannot tell me to get off my phone when you are purposely excluding me from a conversation with my daughter. And I'm just like,
please don't bring me into this.
And then this doctor says to my dad, okay then, what did I say? And that's when my dad just froze. And he's just like, for real, I wanted to slip him a cheat sheet just so that he could prove this jerk wrong. But my dad says nothing. Oh, my lighting just changed. Oh, it's back. And then my light, he kind of breaks the silence. Like, it was so long, it's so unbearing of a silence. And then he says, get your stuff on, Trin, we're going. Oh, yeah, please. And so I'm getting my shoes on, and this doctor's just blabbing on. And then he realized, okay, we're leaving. So he starts talking to me and telling me, what to do and crap. And I'm like, you were an asshole, but, like, I don't want my brain to turn to pudding, And so I'm just kind of sort of listening and sort of, like, being slow. I don't know. But he was kind of just blabbing on. And so then my dad's leaving. He's like, come on. And so I turn around, and I'm walking. And then behind us, this doctor says, if you do not stop, I will call CSA. He will call Children's Aid if we do not stop and come back into that hospital. Whoa. So then, just picture this. We're in the freaking front lobby of this hospital. I'm kind of, because it was a very small town hospital, so no one was really there. And so there's the desk where, they kind of interview people and ask them what happened when they get injured. And we were sitting at this front desk. And I was just kind of like sitting on the chair, and my dad's kind of sitting on the desk, and they're yelling back and forth in the freaking front lobby. And I'm just like,
hey, if you're gonna fight, then can you fight when I'm not dizzy and can make myself popcorn?
Honestly, they just started yelling at each other and stuff, and it got to the point where I was no longer interested in this, and I was just like, what, did I miss anything? Like that was me. Oh, I just have to mention this too. So a nurse came in, and she was kind of like in the front lobby, and she came in, and she saw them fighting, and she full on pulled a fuck this shit out and turned around and walked away. It was so funny. Sorry, I had to go. So then it gets to the point where this doctor's just, they're just attacking each other. Oh, and then this doctor expects my dad to say sorry to him for freaking out at him. And my dad's like, excuse me? You're the one that should be saying sorry because you're the one that started this whole thing. You're the one that was treating us like shit. Okay, and then the doctor says, you brought her to see emerge, did you not? So I am a doctor, and I am trying to help her, and all you're doing is freaking out at me. And then my dad just gives up, and I'm just like, thank you. And he just gives up, and he starts listening, and this doctor is just he's just telling us the exact same things he already told me, and then he's just making them, like, super long, like, treating my dad like he's stupid, like, you have to wake her up every 2 hours, that means you have to set an alarm, and, like, stuff like that. It was just, so then finally, this doctor finally finishes, and he says, when we're walking out of the store, I'm sorry you had such a bad experience. You should really complain. And my dad, we get in the car, and my dad just goes on this huge rant. And I'm just sitting there in the car like,
bitch, my head kind of hurts.
And I'm just like, honestly, I know this video seemed really energetic in my half, but the whole time, honestly, I'm going to be straight up with you. The whole time I was like, Anyway, so guys, that's my crazy doctor being a jerk experience. It was, and honestly, I'm gonna be straight up, I left out a lot of insults that he said to my dad and a lot of things that my dad said, also because of the time's sake of this video. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. I make videos whenever I want. I actually made and posted a video. I posted a video today, but you know, this one's probably not gonna get posted today because I'm lazy, so. Anyway, so please like and subscribe. Blue Bop out.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Don't mind me.
Whoa.
Grab my shit
And he's just like,
excuse
so
me,
surprised.
please.
You
Fuck
know.
this shit, I'm out.